Hello everybody, mega goal number 3, second secondary, unit 3, far and away, 5, listening, page number 39. Let's take a look at the objectives. Listen to answer the given questions. Pronounce compound nouns correctly, and read and give the meaning of the new words. طبعا راح نسمع عشان نجاوب على الأسئلة. برضو راح ننطق compound nouns بطريقة صحيحة. رقم 3 راح نقرأ ونعطي المعنى الصحيح للكلمات الجديدة. So this unit is called Far and Away. So the title of unit number 3 is Far and Away. Please move on to page number 39. Let's start with the listening part. نبدأ بمقطع الاستماع. So before listening, I'd like to introduce you to what you will be listening to. Right now, you will be listening to the experienced traveler talk about what to pack for a backpacking trip through Europe. Tick the items he recommends bringing. الآن راح تستمعون إلى خبير في السفر يتكلم عن بعض الأشياء اللي ينصح بإحضارها أثناء حزم حقيبة اللي هي حقيبة الظهر. طبعا في كثير يحبون يسافرون going on a backpacking trip فقط حاملين حقائب الظهر، فهنا يتكلم عن بعض الأشياء اللي ينصح بإحضارها معك في هذه النوع من الرحلات. So please move on to page number 39 and let's read what is asked from you one more time. Listen to the experienced traveler talk about what to pack for a backpacking trip through Europe. Tick the items he recommends bringing. So we have here a list of items he recommends bringing. عندنا لستة بقائمة بالأشياء اللي ممكن ينصح بإحضارها. عندنا قائمة بالأشياء. Okay, so you are asked right now to listen carefully and tick the things he mentioned. Okay, طبعا استمعوا. Right now we will be listening to the recording, and before I start running the audio, I would recommend that you pause the video for a minute or two and try to go through this list of items. حاولوا تقرؤون هذه items very carefully, and when you are done you can just run the video one more time. لما تنتهون ممكن تشغلون الفيديو. So right now, get ready to listen to the experienced traveler.
Page 39. 5. Listening. Listen to the experienced traveler talk about what to pack for a backpacking trip through Europe. Tick the items he recommends bringing.
The most important rule of thumb when packing a backpack is to pack light. You may think it's a good idea now to pack that pair of expensive boots and your smartphone, but later you will undoubtedly find yourself wishing you hadn't brought these things. One common backpacking tip is to pack everything you think you need and then take out half of what you've packed. In addition to items you obviously must bring, like toiletries and a few changes of clothing, don't forget to pack essential items such as a light rain jacket, a fast-drying towel, and some first aid equipment. It's important to pack some bandages. However, just pack 2 or 3 bandages, not a whole box. Tweezers also come in handy for everything from removing ticks to taking out splinters. It's also a very good idea to throw a couple of trash bags in your backpack for dirty laundry, wet items, or garbage. Aside from what you should pack, it's also quite important to consider where you should pack each item. Nothing is quite so frustrating as having to dig through your backpack to retrieve an item that is buried at the very bottom. Keep items which you will need to access often, such as your sunglasses, your water bottle, and your guidebook, in an easily accessible front compartment. And one final thought. You know that expensive watch your parents bought you for graduation? Leave it at home. The same thing goes for all expensive jewelry and equipment. Unfortunately, things have a way of getting lost, stolen, or broken when you're backpacking. So only take items you won't be horrified or heartbroken to lose.
Okay, so right now you have listened to the experienced traveler, and maybe you have realized that the items that he recommends bringing are not in the same order as they are listed here. مو بنفس الترتيب اللي مذكورة هنا. Also, one more thing, that probably he mentioned some of the items in an indirect way. ممكن ذكر بعض الأشياء اللي تحضرونها معاكم بطريقة غير مباشرة. Also, he mentioned probably all of the items here. ذكر كل الأشياء اللي مذكورة هنا. But if you listen very carefully, some of the things he said not to bring, انكم ما تحضرونها, بس also in an indirect way, بطريقة غير مباشرة. So through this listening, you should focus on how he stated things in a direct way or an indirect way. أحيانا الأسئلة للاستماع ما تكون كلها مباشرة. So you have to be listening very carefully to the audio. So if you feel that one more time is not enough, you can just run the video one more time till you feel comfortable of answering the question by yourself. You suit yourself. فشوفوا اللي يناسبكم. إذا حسيتوا إنه مو كفاية مرة واحدة, ممكن تشغلونه أكثر من مرة. Now let's answer this exercise all together. So he recommends bringing a light rain jacket اللي هو معطف للمطر. Also toiletries اللي هي مستلزمات المرحاض وانتم بكرامة, such as toothpaste, toothbrush, trash bag اللي هي أكياس الزبالة برضو, water bottle, and 2 to 3 bandages. طبعا ممكن تلاحظون it might be confusing since that you have here box of bandages. Okay, لكن في الحقيقة he said إنكم ما تحضرون اللي هي ملصق للجروح, ما تحضرون a box of bandages. 2 or 3 bandages will be enough. Also, he said to bring sunglasses but in an indirect way, بطريقة غير مباشرة, tweezers اللي هي الملاقط, and as well as the guidebook. طبعا لو تلاحظون they are not in the same order, they are mentioned in the audio. As for expensive boats and smartphones and expensive jewels, طبعا اللي هي expensive watch, he mentioned them, but again he said not to bring them in a way or another, بطريقة أو أخرى. Okay, so now since that we have answered this exercise, I just like to go through some of the words that were mentioned in the audio. Probably you know all of them, and probably some of them are you are not familiar with, so I thought about going through them very quickly. So bandages اللي هي, as you could see, اللي هي ملصقات الجروح, سواء like this or whatever, bandages. Toiletries such as toothpaste, toothbrush, shampoo, all of these toiletries. So this is one of the things that he recommends bringing. Tweezers اللي هي الملاقط. طبعا it's very important to pack tweezers while for your backpacking trip. طبعا لو يكون مثلا في شظية أو شيء تحتاج إنك تستخرجها. Now before we start with the pronunciation part, I'd like to explain to you the meaning of compound nouns. As you know that one of our objectives in this lesson to pronounce compound nouns correctly. عندنا هدف اللي هو ننطق compound nouns بطريقة صحيحة. طبعا compound nouns, what do we mean by them? They are words like backpack and water bottle. These are called compound nouns because they are made up of two separate nouns. في ذولي طبعا لو تلاحظوا مثلا water bottle يتكون من يعني اسمين, بس هي طبعا كلمة واحدة تعتبر water bottle اللي هي علبة الموية. backpack اللي هي حقيبة الظهر. Okay, طبعا it consists again, this word consists of two nouns, and this is what we mean by compound nouns. As for the pronunciation part, when we have a compound noun. okay لما يكون عندنا يعني compound noun or compound nouns, usually when we pronounce them we stress on the first noun. عادة لما ننطقهم نشدد على الاسم الأول. So for example, as we have here, water bottle. This is a compound noun which consists of two nouns, and the first noun is usually what we stress on when we pronounce it. دائما نشدد على الاسم الأول. So water bottle. Trash bags. Okay, trash. I'm trying my best to explain to you what do we mean by that. But right now you can just try to say these sentences. حاولوا انكم تقرؤون or read these sentences, and then later on you can just listen to the recording and see how these compound nouns are stressed correctly. Okay, حاولوا تسمعون للمقطع وبعدها تتدربون, you can practice this as well more than once.
Page 39. 6. Pronunciation. A. Words like backpack and water bottle are called compound nouns because they are made up of two separate nouns. The stress goes on the first part of the compound noun. Say each sentence, then listen to see if you stressed the compound nouns correctly.
1. Throw a couple of trash bags in your backpack for dirty laundry. 2. Keep your sunglasses and water bottle in an easily accessible front compartment. 3. Some people like to bring a notebook or journal to write about their travels. 4. You packed everything except your toothpaste and toothbrush. 5. I'll look for a postcard in my mailbox every day.
B. Find compound nouns in the passages about hotels and in the conversation you read. Underline and practice reading them aloud. Remember to stress the first part.
Okay, so right now you have listened to these sentences and you saw how the first noun in a compound noun stressed. لاحظتوا طبعا. You can just try to say these sentences one more time, and then later on you are here in exercise letter B, asked to find compound nouns in the passages about hotels, and in the conversation as well you read, and you are asked to underline and practice reading them aloud. Remember to stress the first part. ترجعون للدرس الأول عن اللي هو الفنادق وكذلك المحادثة. حاولوا تضعون خط على الكومباوند ناونز وتحاولوا برضو انكم تقرؤونها بصوت عالي. Okay, don't forget to stress the first part. Okay, now let's move on to the next thing, which is vocabulary building. As you know previously, usually in this lesson the vocabulary that are found in the reading passage are discussed before the reading passage. عادة الكلمات اللي بتكون في قطعة القراءة عادة نناقشها ونعطي المعنى الصحيح لها قبل ما نبدأ قطعة القراءة. So this exercise is asking you, you will see these words in the reading on pages 40 and 41. You are asked to match the words with their meaning. Okay, طبعا مطلوب منا ان احنا نصل الكلمات بالمعنى الصحيح لها. Now let's go through them very quickly. Okay, and of course we will translate them as well. So the first one is pristine. Okay, when something is pristine, it is original or authentic. Okay, preserve. Okay, when you preserve something, you look after or you maintain. Conservation. Conservation. okay, protection, conservation, incentive, okay, incentive, simulate, deforestation, okay, the action of cutting down trees to clear forests اللي هي إزالة الغابات. طبعا انتوا عارفين this is something that is not good، يعني شيء مو جيد لأنه يسبب التصحر. Remote, when something is remote it is far away or distant or isolated. Remote. Reduction is lowering or decreasing or decrease. Now let's read this all together. Characteristics, which means traits or qualities, of course, what distinguish one from another, اللي يميز الشخص عن الآخر. Lush, okay, fruitful or fertile. Now let's answer this exercise all together. Pristine, when something is pristine it's original or authentic, which means not spoiled، يعني غير مخرب. okay, يعني not spoiled يعني برضو إنه يعني شيء ما خربوه، يعني بقى على حالة الطبيعية. Preserve, when you preserve something you protect it. okay, so it means to keep safe from injury, harm or destruction. Conservation, okay, conservation means careful protection of something. Incentive means simulate, which means something that causes a person to act. Deforestation means the action of cutting down trees to clear forests. Characteristics means distinguishing traits or qualities. Remote, it means geographically isolated. Now reduction, listening or dimensioning. Lush, abundantly green or fruitful. okay, طبعا المعاني حق الكلمات هذه تعتمد على وجودها في قطعة القراءة. okay, and they are mainly words which are related to the environment، كلمات لها علاقة بالبيئة. You can just try to practice pronouncing these words very correctly, and as well try to memorize the meaning of these words. حاولوا تحفظون المعنى الصحيح لهذه الكلمات. So right now we have reached at the end of this lesson. I hope that you found it very beneficial. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video with your friend, and if you have a comment of any kind regarding this lesson you can just leave it in the comment box below. Till next time, goodbye.